It's Kelly, and I am back. Well, I guess we're back if you're back with me. I am back with December Daily Day 5. Let me get the chat ready for you. Okay, there we go. So December Daily Day 5 today. And I think I showed you these pictures last night, but these are the snow photos from Sunday. And it didn't snow much. I caught it in one of the spots where it was snowing quite a bit, but we really didn't get very much, just a little dusting of snow. But it was the first sort of snow that you could really kind of measure and see, so that's kind of a big deal. So time for all the snowflakes. If you know me, you know I have a love of snowflakes, and I do have wood ones, but I decided to keep this in the blue, silver, white family. And I do have these aqua snowflakes, but I think I'm not going to use those just because I think anyway, maybe I will, because I do have this aqua card here, which would be the first time I would introduce aqua into the book. So I'll have to watch to make sure that if I'm doing that, that I also bring it into other places in the book as well too. So that's one thing I'm a little cognizant of if I decide to use this piece. I like the Piece to the World, and I think I talked about, just in case you missed this, I live in an area where the next town over is Waukesha. I've worked in Waukesha. I work very close to Waukesha. I've lived very close to Waukesha. It's like a second hometown for me. And so Piece to the World just feels right now. But I'm not sure that this is the card I want to use in this. I did bring this in as well too. This does have some aqua in it as well. This would have been, I think, last year or the year before. And this is a little bright and fun, so I could use those two together, which I think work really well. And then some of the snowflake pieces, I could also grab some labels here too, or I could do this. So I'm not quite sure. This feels a little, I don't know, this feels a little boring to me, but this feels a little scattered because of the difference in, one is more peaceful and the other one is not, I guess. So what I think I'm going to do, I have these snowflakes from Redefine Creative from last year. So I could add these in. And then like my number could go somewhere else. I did add some blue in, by the way. I went through some of my my blue die cuts and added some blue in because I was thinking I didn't have enough. Here's a little blue piece right here too. And this one says December. So like this could be good for my date here. Like that. This one says winter. So that would probably be better if I did it like up here than if I do it down there. This one says big smiles for all of this. I don't know that I felt that way. For sure. And I don't think in my phrase stickers, the phrase stickers, oh, I do have those. I do have stickers with blue on them though, now that I think about it. I just have to find them. So there's these. Happiness and cheer. There's one that says direct from the North Pole. That would work. So what I could do is, I think I saw a blue star here somewhere. And I also have blue stars. Blue heart. Oh, awesome. That's awesome, Wendy. Glad you caught me. Okay, so I'm looking for my blue star from this pack, which will be fun. There's some hearts, 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 hearts. Okay, blue star, where were you? Oh, this is going to be fun. Might end up just having to use a star. I have stars. I could use, the other thing I could use, because these photos are lighter, is I could use the acetate stars from the Ellie Studio kit that I've said I'm going to have a hard time using. So since my blue star seems to be AWOL, I do have blue hearts here too. I see green stars, I see hearts, I see lots of things, but not the blue star. You know that guy's gonna appear. There it is. Okay, so this is another example of something I could use. So thinking, let's see. If we did this, I don't think I love this on that blue, but I also could use another color. Now that I think about it, I've brought in red and green here. So, and I'm just kind of thinking, well, could I bring in some green? With notes. And then I could, you know, I can back it with some sort of paper there. And then thinking, could I pop a little star here? This would make sense to do this here. Yeah, I tend to, Wendy, I tend to use frames for journaling because I have the same problem. They make me scratch my head. I just don't understand them. Most definitely. So now, you know, I could do something like that. It's a little different, but I kind of like it, actually. Maybe so these two are the same. Okay, so I have those. Now I was thinking blue star, but I do have all these beautiful, these are smaller snowflakes from the same collection. So I could go iridescent, like add in the iridescent and the white on this one. That would be kind of cool. And if I do that, I will add them on the outside here just because I'm afraid that I don't want these sitting in the pockets. The stuff will fall right out. So thanks, you guys. Hey, Tammy. Thanks, Leanne. That's nice. Yeah, I think I like that way. Now the question is, do I want to change this? No, I think if we're going to do this, we need to do blue. Okay, so we have the blue there. Now, then I was thinking, the reason I brought those out is I was thinking about putting blue on there, but I think that's not right now. So I do have, like I said, I have the, I just think putting another motif in there is the wrong thing to do. Let's see, there's another blue star here, or I could leave that, oh no, I did think about the direct from the North Pole, didn't I? Here it is. Or I also have one that says on this day in December. So let's see, this directly from the North Pole might go all the way across the bottom here. Something really close to that. Actually, let's do it so I'm going to do this. Put this so it comes right across here. This is a long one, so I want to make sure that I'm getting it as even as possible. So one of these is out my living room window. The other one is out my bedroom window. There is green in the other journal card. It's probably really hard to see. Hang on a second. Let me pop it up here. It's that dark green. So that there's a dark green and then the lighter green here. So there are two things. And I think because that'll work because you can still see the grass here. So I think that will be good. All right, so we have think we have this. Now, I just need something to go behind that card. And I have leftover 3x4 cards from kits and stuff like that. Although I think I would prefer, here we go. This is the one I really wanted. Prefer this circle since there's circles up there. So then what I will do here is just cut this. Well, actually, first I think I'm just going to glue it down. So Wendy, if you're late, join us. Wendy and I were talking about how she scratches her head with frames, and I feel the same way when I get them. And this is how I sort of use them most often. When I use them on 12x12 layouts, what I usually do is stick a journal paper like this behind it, and I use it to journal on. And that's, I also need to grab some glue dots so I can use them on these. So it's kind of like my own personal, that's how I just tend to use them. I have grouped them in a together to try to sort of have them make a little bit of sense on a layout and more like a collage of frames. But for one thing, I print my photos long before I ever scrapbook some of them, because I print them not long after I take them. So I don't have, oh, and I wasn't going to do that on this card. I don't have, sorry about that, guys. I don't have an opportunity, I guess, to make them into different sizes because they're already printed by that time. So I really have a hard time. I don't put photos in frames just because the frames are never the right size for the photos I have. Okay, so let's get this in here before I do any more damage and get that snowflake on here. But now I just took one of my stars off on the other side. Oops. Okay. Be a little more careful putting this back in on the other side. This should be easy, but I'm making it hard. Okay, so then I need one more glue dot. These are the micro glue dots, so they're great for stuff like this. So that's in, that's positioned. Then glue these two back to back. And they're pretty much the right size, so that's awesome. That does not always work out that way. And then we'll put this one in here. Hopefully this is going to be a quick-ish layout tonight. Then one here, but I want to leave just a little bit of a note for what was, you know, that this was kind of the first sort of measurable snow that we saw. So that's always fun for me to figure out how to journal around that when I've already put, you know, them on. But I will figure it out. Plus I really could take that snowflake off if I wanted to and sort of position it. Okay, so then I'm just going to do it so that that's a little bit off there. This is why books get chunky. So thanks, Jennifer. Hello. Yeah, so Redefine Creative last year. And I did not order anything from this year. There were lots of shipping problems and stuff like that. So I just decided to, as much as, I don't even know if she's still doing products actually, but with some of the problems that occurred last year, I just decided to forego it this year and hope that things kind of got straightened out. I want to bring this up just a little bit. There we go. And I like these because they're iridescent and white. So we've got lots of colors in here, little bits of green here, little bit of green that you can still see in the grass there. So I think this will work out great. And I used snowflakes. I have way less than I did. Oh gosh, I think 2 years ago or something. Every time I opened a package, it was of snowflakes. It was kind of funny. Now we do get lots of snow here. Okay, so Leanne says, I wonder how it would look to put journal paper behind the frames and make them into flags and arrange them in a banner. Oh, that'd be cute. Yeah, that'd be darling, actually. That's a great idea. I've seen things like that. There's a cut file like that, actually. That's a bunch of frames like that Schmel used at one point, now that you say that. So great idea, Leanne. I mean, geez, if you're on the level of Schmel's scrapbooking, hats off to you. So that is a really super cool idea. So that would be fun. And there's plenty of them here. Now, I can't do this on this, but I think this kit has what? There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's another one hiding under there. 9 frames in it. So if you need to do that, use them in a 12 by 12. So that'd be cool. Snow is an everyday thing. It is, isn't it? Okay, so I think this might be a place where I could put a green number here. And I'm just gonna grab my green puffy stickers here. So these are last year, this year. They are last year. But I know they did a green, so they may have this exact same green, just not. There we go. So December 5. So we have that down and bringing, thanks, Jennifer. So that would be fun. Okay, so Jennifer's like, use a piece of packaging. That's a great idea. And she used up almost all of her snowflakes last year. I remember that you guys had a lot of snow last year. Now that you say that, like, it was dangerous snow for you, if I remember correctly. Okay. Oh, they do make great shaker windows. That's what I was missing. Forget about that. I did think, you guys, about doing a shaker on this page tonight, but when I opened up my, when I grabbed my basket to go into the kit to look to see what I had, I'm thinking about adding a sequin here. I realized I wanted to use these because of the blue in it, and decided that those would be really chunky for a shaker pocket in this format. Not that you couldn't do it, but just that, I think I'll sort of wait on that. But it is in my head that I want to get one done, maybe this weekend. I have a kit's worth, I have one shaker pocket worth of sequins and stuff from last year's kit left over, and I think maybe even other kits. And so I'd like to get that used up. And then I'm thinking I could do it. I have tons of sequins, so I could do more if I wanted to. Okay, so speaking of shakers, I'm going to grab my, I want a sequin here and here, just to do and all of that. So I have these, or I have one that's a little smaller, and then I have some teeny ones. Okay, I'm thinking I'm going for the tiny ones. I'm in this blue. I think I did actually add some of this navy into my, here we go. I added some of the navy into my sequin mix. You can see that. So I keep them in these little lockups that you can get. I think I got these at the Container Store, but you can get lots of this kind of stuff when I have an actual sequin mix. Otherwise, my sequins live in this container, or I have a couple round ones. Okay, so I think I have 3 there. So that should be good. My intention is just to do 3 on each thing here. That's a photo, Kelly. Oh, it is so hard to talk and scrapbook. I have to tell you guys, when you're trying to do it and do a video. So, okay, I'm going to do a little bit of catch-upping here too. Ah, wow, awesome. A weekly project life. Yay to you. That's exciting that you keep up with that. Hats off, Wendy. Yeah, I love those puffy alphas from LA Studio are probably one of my favorites. I think it is my favorite alpha, actually. If I was made to pick one. And gosh knows I have lots of thickers, so I probably shouldn't pick one. Okay, so Jennifer's saying this Oklahoma City was shut down for a week because of all the snow. Yeah, and you guys just don't have the kind of snowplow equipment that we do here. Okay. So there we go. You know what, you guys? I actually think this is done. I didn't think it would be too long tonight. So let me just get this one in and make sure. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on these pages. Maybe I'm going to play with something because it feels like there's too much on these pages. I'm actually thinking, okay, I'm going to go back. I think this is too much. Yeah, it is. Can you see that as I'm doing that? It just feels like there's way, I think it's all the snowflakes down in here. So my question is, first of all, I have to get off the okay. So I think what I'm going to do is just pull this down, pull this and just put it here. As much as I love these little iridescent and white snowflakes, it's just a lot on this smaller page. I think it was okay before I put the sequins on, but the sequins are now down, and I think I want to leave those on there as well, just to give a little something, just to do a little something. I probably could take one of the sequins off of each picture, but they're down now, so I think they are what they are. So let's do it that way. That makes me feel a little bit better. It was a small change, but I feel like there's more breathing room in the layout now. Just, it's a small canvas to work from. So, okay, you guys, so that's it for tonight. I just have to come back in and just make a little note about this the snow here, and then add, I always, even though it says December 5th here, I always add a date because I scrapbook into January, so I end up with day 32. And sometimes if I do something, I'll end up with day 33, or I end up with bonus days. Like last year I did a bunch of bonus days with the movies I watched and a couple of other things I don't remember, but more like things that I kind of gathered together from the whole season. So the movies I watched, maybe the music I listened to was in there somewhere as well too. Anyway, so yeah, thanks Jennifer. I do really like how this turned out. So anyway, so I always date it as well. So tomorrow, I've decided what I'm going to do tomorrow because I have a long day tomorrow. So I am going to I'm going to be live tomorrow morning early, and I don't know exactly what time, but sometime between 6 and 7:30 Central Time. So if you are able to join me tomorrow morning, yay. I just don't know exactly when, so hit your bell notification. You guys know that, and then you'll know when I'm going live. So thanks, Wendy, and good night, Tammy. Good night, everybody else, and I will see you tomorrow morning for day 6. So yay, that's exciting, you guys. Go work on your December dailies. Bye, everybody.